Although vBPM was originally developed for Parkinson's disease, vBPM clients dealing with diabetes, diabetic neuropathy, closed head injury, migraine, fibromyalgia, as well as other diseases and ailments, have been taking interest in what vBPM and the vBPM Kinetic Recliner can do for them. This is what a few of the vBPM clients had to say.
Hi, my name is Brian Rafferty, and I'm a diabetic. I want to tell you a story about how I got involved with the BPM Gravity Recliner. It goes back when Ed Phillips was starting to research the prototype model, and I had seen this thing, and I was sort of giggling at what is this thing supposed to do? And I watched the different processes and how they were making it, and I seen the final bed sitting in the conference room of the tooling shop, and I thought, gee, it looks pretty, but what exactly is it supposed to do? And one of the gentlemen in the tooling shop said, well, get on it. And I'm still giggling at this whole idea that this bed was going to do anything for you. So I got on it for 15 minutes, and I thought I felt something, but I was being polite. And then the next 15 minutes, I really thought I was feeling something. So then talking with Ed Phillips, he was saying that you need to get on it for at least an hour. And so I had done an hour, and now my feet really felt good. I mean, I was feeling something. And then the next day I got on it for another hour, and I says, wow, I think I can really feel my feet. And that night my wife was talking about, Brian, your feet are warm. And they haven't been warm in 12 to 15 years. And so then I had done it 2 more times, an hour each, and then I had to go see my podiatrist because I've got a sore on the bottom of my left foot that he had been working on every week. Well, every time I'd get a sore on my foot, he was always able to cut it open and let it heal from the inside out, and I'd never feel a thing. Well, this time when he put the scalpel to the foot to open it back up again, I about went up through the roof. And he says, do you feel that? And I says, absolutely, you know, and he sort of made a joke like, what did it feel like? Well, take your shoe off, I'll show you, I told him, you know. So he was sort of that believer. And then it was a week later, after 3 more treatments, I went back to see him, and he had carefully start cutting again. And I says, now I can feel that. And he says, yeah, he remembered. And gradually, as he was scraping the foot down a little bit, you know, I could feel every motion that was coming in there. And now that I've done it about 3 times more, I'm beginning to feel the pain of arthritis that I've got in my big toes, which I've never felt before. I'm able to curl my toes, you know, which maybe I was able to do it before, but I couldn't feel myself doing it. And the more I'm beginning to do it, the more feeling is coming up into my toes. As a matter of fact, I'm getting more feeling into the lower parts of my legs. And I'm very pleased with the results I'm getting.
My name is Fred Smith. I suffer from multiple sclerosis and have since 1984. And I also am a diabetic. Well, like most people, I didn't really care for giving myself shots, but I did, continued on with that until a friend of mine mentioned a BPM and the recliner which Ed Phillips had developed. So I came over just on a whim and got on the recliner and came back a second time. And after that second time, it was early in the morning of the 3rd morning, I was awoken just soaked with sweat and weak as the devil. And at that time I was taking 90 units of insulin a day, 45 in the morning, 45 at night. And of course I hadn't decreased that at all. So what I was having was a low sugar attack. So I got up and started eating and got myself better. And I took my blood sugar that morning, and it was 58 or 59, which is very low. So I came in the following day to get on the recliner for another hour. So I went over and saw my internist the following day, and we talked about what I was doing. And he said to me that, Fred, obviously what you're doing is affecting your blood sugar levels and your circulation. So he said, decrease your insulin, see what happens. So I decreased my insulin to 35 units in the morning and at night, and I'd wake up in the morning, my blood sugar would be 70, which is getting close to a little bit too low. So I went ahead and decreased my insulin to 25 units in the morning and 25 units in the evening. And my blood sugar levels were around 90 in the morning now. So I'd gone from 90 units of insulin a day to 50 units a day, which is almost a 50% decrease. As I continue on the recliner, I'm going to be decreasing my insulin according to the numbers I get when I check my blood sugar. I'm pretty realistic in thinking chances are going to be good that I'm not going to have to take insulin anymore with the proper diet and the proper exercise. I'm really excited about what's going on here because it's not only for me, but it will help an awful lot of people who are insulin dependent, and anyone that has to start insulin, of course, is pretty well afraid of having to do that. And I can understand why, having done it myself. But they have some real hope here to go forward in their lives and not have to be dependent on insulin. In 1984, I had optic neuritis in my right eye, which combined with the multiple sclerosis which I have and the diabetes which I have, pretty well put me in the state of no sight out of my right eye. I saw some light, and that was about it. And surprising to me, after the first session which I had on the reclining bed, I came out of the room and went in and saw Dave, the VP of Marketing and Sales, and I looked at him and I was just amazed that I thought I could see something out of my right eye, which is, you know, shapes I hadn't seen anything. So I covered up my left eye with my hand, and I sat there and I looked at him, and I could see his shape, I could see his shirt, I could see the color of his shirt, I could see his outline fairly well. And that, as I had said before, I did not have any sight out of that eye back after the optic neuritis hit me. And I was just amazed. It was unbelievable that an hour session on this bed would do something like that. And it's a lot of fun. I continue to be more excited to see what else will happen. I'm kind of hopefully looking forward to some changes in my multiple sclerosis, but at this point in time, having the results with my diabetes is just, I'm just really excited about it.